When somebody comes in here, I need to check this sound because I don't know how that's going to come out, or you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Let's see. Is this it? Let's go to the artist. That's going to be the best way to get this accomplished, is to go to the artist. And then let's go to the discography. And there we go. There's the new album. Okay, so oh, it is one person in here. Good morning. I'm listening to the J. Cole right now. Thank you for the music recommendation. But I got to turn it down now because I don't want, to have any issues. I had an issue with another video where another live where I was playing music. So good morning, good morning, good morning. I know I feel bad about being late. Let me turn it down a little bit more. I feel bad about in the sandwich generation in me. I don't know if I said this already because baby, I stay in a menopausal twirl. But the sandwich generation in me, I had to call my mother first, okay, just to remind her that I go live at 10 o'clock. So don't try to call me, and I'll call you after that so we can make our plans for the day or whatever. Really, it's my plans because listen, look, I wasn't expecting them gunshots. Listen, listen, I have a confession to make, okay? I crashed out at Target yesterday. I crashed out at Target. I did. I crashed out. I should not have been there because I really don't shop at Target. However, I needed to get something done quickly, and my mother needed to get some things. And y'all, when it comes to that duty right there, I do whatever is easiest. And Walmart is a lot for her to walk around. Target is a little bit easier because it's not so expensive. So I was in Target yesterday. Trying to finish up a Valentine's Day box that I wanted to send to my daughter was really my main point for being in there. And also, wait a minute, I was forced a little bit, not making any excuses, but nevertheless, because I had a promo that I needed to pick up, and it had to be picked up at Target. Okay. You have to present a gift card for the promo so you can go in there and get it. Then you come home, try it, review it, and all of that. So that was one of the other main reasons that I was in there. But let me tell y'all something. Target had, first of all, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Empty nest mom, can you tell me? Can you hear me? Because I got something altogether different going on here. I'm telling y'all, I'm in a twirl this morning. And I knew that I was going to be in a twirl of sorts, but here we are. Just somebody comment and let me know. Okay, cool. So, but let me tell you this. Since I was in there, I'm going to go ahead and drop the tea. And this is part of the reason why I crashed out in the end. And I literally left with nothing yesterday. Okay. Target has my Target. You might want to check all the Targets. Okay. My Target has 2 clearance racks full of beauty items, skincare, body care, everything. So I had collagen pads, I had a new body scrub, I had a new body butter, okay, all ready to go. I'm talking about for the low, okay? Gotta be at least a 75% cut on the price, all right? And then I got to the checkout and trying to use this promo for this item that I needed to buy. It wasn't working out. I always get checked out by this same lady. The last time I got checked out by her, it was an issue checking out some transactions I was trying to run, and I had the same exact issue yesterday. And I just started taking the stuff out the cart, and I walked off. And my mama already knew. She already knew. She was like, "Yeah, she about to blow. She about to blow. So let me just get ready and let's just go because she is about to blow." So yeah, I had a bad checkout experience in Target yesterday, but I had a wonderful time at them clearance racks. Okay, Scorpio. Hello, Susan Garay. So Anyway, I crashed out yesterday at Target, y'all. That's my testimony. But if you would like to go get some good low price beauty products, they got some good clearance going on in there right now. I'm talking about a tree hut for 269. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Body butter for $2 and something. So yeah, anyway, but I left with nothing because I did a full blown. I'm never gonna embarrass myself in public and start clowning. But baby, when I got to that car, I was a new fool. Do you hear me? I'm talking about I was going off because I had the same experience with the same cashier. There was like stuff getting all messed up, jumbled up. Stop. Not gonna be able to do it. Not gonna be able to do it. So there we have that. I still need to finish my daughter's Valentine's Day box, so I'm gonna get out today and look for some things for that. Because I don't send her stuff like I did in the beginning, and I think Valentine is a good time to, send a little something, something. So I need to get that done so I could get that in the mail, and hopefully she'll receive it before Valentine's Day. Welcome to the life of an empty nester. Okay, welcome to the life of an empty nester. Welcome. Hello. How are you? Let me know if that's you. Okay, let me know if that's you, what you got going on. What kind of mother duties have you in a twirl these days, because you're not in your normal stage of doing things. All right, so we got a lot of topics to cover today in this live. We may not even make it through all of them, but I'm going to try my best. If I stop babbling about crashing out at Target, we can actually get there. So, the first thing that I want to do before we get off into any of the topics for this live is to acknowledge that February is Black History Month. Yes, February is Black History Month. And I think this is our first live. This is our first live of February. So I would like to acknowledge Black History Month. I would like to acknowledge the importance of knowing our history. Um, it's everybody's history if you in America. So it's good to know like everything. I really did enjoy doing my ancestry some years ago, and I was able to get back to like 1820. So sometimes I feel like with that it gave me such a great appreciation for my personal history, the history of my family, that it just like takes you on a different plane when it comes to those thoughts. So that's something that I enjoy doing. And actually, when my grandmother's last living sister passed away last fall, my mother got up at the funeral and did like a speech about the ancestry information that I had found. And she related it all the way back down to my Aunt Betty. And so many of my family members were amazed. And it's like, yeah, I just got bored one day as a single mother who really couldn't go nowhere, sitting at home, and I got off into um ancestry. And so it was really interesting to learn a lot of information. So I think the ending point of that for me is going to be to go to the town where my family was before they migrated to Memphis, the town that they were in still as slaves, and try to collect some history from that. My mother is very interested in going, and I would love for her to experience that. Because she was born in Memphis, I would love for her to experience that in her lifetime. So that's something that we need to work out, like going on a little voyage trip to the town where my family is from the to the town where they were last slaves. So I think that I would really, that's something that I'm really interested in doing, and it gives me a greater appreciation for Black History Month in general. All of the sacrifices, all of the, oh man, the sacrifices that still sometimes go on today. They still sometimes go on today. So happy Black History Month, everybody. This is a perfect time to reflect and gain like appreciation in your heart for who you are as a person and how you got there, where you come from, and all of that. It's a very good time for that. Listen, we talking about Black History Month. Let me go ahead and state that I do not talk about politics on this channel. I do not talk about politics in my lives, and I have my very reasons. But as my ending speech, my ending Easter speech about Black History Month, I would like to applaud the Obamas, okay? Former President Barack Obama, First Lady Michelle Obama, Michelle Mama, and the kids too, okay? They were our first Black family in the White House. If you know, it was such a thing to experience and to just experience it in real time, you know, as an adult, this monumental moment that really continues on our Black history. You know, it's in addition to our Black history never ends. And so I would like to acknowledge them in this live for standing the course, for staying the course, for standing the line, and for doing it top notch and classy the whole 8 years. Okay, they did not bend. So if you have trouble, like, if you're having any kind of trouble making yourself lean into something, or it feels so hard, or your soul just don't want to give what it requires, I want you to think about them. Because can you imagine the fortitude that it took for them to stand tall, strong, classy, first class, never giving in to drama or mess? Okay, that is an experience called when you don't deal with the low level stuff. Like when you don't, like, I'm not going down there. What would I want to go down there to the low level stuff for and possibly get stuck? You know what I'm saying? I think they are an example of how to. Okay. So I applaud them for that today and forever and forever. Yes. So anyway, y'all, moving right along into the other lesser topics that we need to discuss. Okay. Oh, listen, before we get off into some more midlife topics, I want to discuss the Glorilla controversy that's currently going on. Um, Apparently, you know, a lot of pop culture things, don't get me wrong, I see them with my eyes, but I have no understanding of them because I'm just not into those things as deeply. I love Glorilla music, gonna always probably turn up to it. Okay, gonna always probably turn up to it. All right, but I don't know. I did watch her Shay Shay interview, which was good. That Shay Shay interview was a good interview for learning more about Glorilla, her background, where she's from, her history, her mindset going forward at this level of success. Okay. And what I recall her saying in that interview is that she has squared her family away. She doesn't mind helping people, but in order for her to just be handing out money to people, she needs to hear the story and she needs to hear their plan. Because if I just keep giving money, but you have no plan for success, no solution for your current situation, then I'll just keep giving you money. And everybody has an expiration date on when they can earn the highest amount and when they might get back down here. And it depends on how you set yourself up to as an artist, because you could set yourself up to go sit down at 50 something and never get back up because you did the right thing with all of your money and you made the right investments and you budgeted and you know you did all of that. I don't care how much money you got, you still gotta budget, invest, use a good sound mind in all of your everyday decisions. Okay, you probably do get to have you a little bit more fun. I get it. You do. Okay. But you still have to be smart. Just because we get a whole bunch of money doesn't mean that we all of a sudden get to be dumb. Okay. And from what I understand, me remembering the statements that she made about this particular issue on that Club Shay Shay video was that she had figured out how she wanted to handle her money. Okay, she had figured out how she wanted to balance. This is a good topic for soiree and into the viewer topic that was given. But she had already figured out, especially knowing when you are from an impoverished background and knowing how this is relevant to Black History Month as well, and knowing and living in that realness of how hard it can be to like rise above, like you steady pushing your whole entire family is trying to rise above a situation. Yeah, she had already made up her mind and she spoke it, and I didn't disagree with it. I thought that she had a good strategy, especially as a young woman making money right now. I thought it was a good strategy. No, I'm not just giving out money. I've handled my business when it comes to everyone, my parents, etc. If anybody needs money after this point, this is always how I said I would handle lottery winners too. If anybody needs help after this point, we got to have a conversation. It's not just going to be you send me a message, I send you the money, because I'm busy, I'm on the road, I'm filming, I'm in a photo shoot, I'm in the studio. It's not going to be any of that. Okay. Let's take care of this right here. Report. Okay. Let's go right here. There we go. Okay. There we go. And then we're going to do that. See, I have to manage the live. I still got to manage the live. So anyway, I didn't disagree with it. I thought that that was a good way to do things. If anybody needs money after today, call me. We're going to talk about it. But let me know what your plan is to get out of the situation that you're in. And unfortunately, now it appears, do not know her whole family story, background, nothing about her sister, learned a little bit about her brother yesterday, do not know all of that. I will say that when I initially saw the story, I was like, Glorilla, now shouldn't nobody in your family be sitting up poor and with no money? They should at least have bare minimum. Like, what is going on? It should not be to the point where it causes people to come out in the media, but you know what? People will attempt to dog walk you like that. If they not happy with their life, they not happy with where they are. They kind of getting a little jealous about where you are. You helped them. They done that's gone. They done messed that up. You know what I'm saying? People will get estranged for some change. So I just say, Glorilla, keep doing it the way that you're doing it. It ain't like people asking for $25, $40 that you could cash out right quick. It's probably more than that. And you don't want to expend all of your funds constantly giving, handing over. Because in the end, then we gonna all end up back together with that mattress on the floor looking stupid. Okay, we're gonna end up looking stupid. So I'ma just let everybody be mad, and go on about my business. At least I think that that's the road she's taking, because we haven't heard a word from her. And we've heard from her sister, we've heard from her brother, we've heard from Trick Daddy on how he feels about the issue. We've heard from somebody else I saw, but we haven't heard from Glorilla. Keep it that way, Glorilla. You ain't got to explain nothing to nobody about your money that's in your accounts, okay? About your craft that you do to make money. You don't have to explain that to anybody, and don't let nobody take you down. That's a word for all of us. Don't let nobody take you all the way down. Huh? What? Anyway, I don't even like discussing money. I find it to be a sensitive topic. I find it to be a topic that people use for competition. And so just over the last few years, it's just a simple decision that I made, that I kind of prefer not to discuss money with people. Okay. And this is especially important if you've ever had a tough financial time in life and you share that with people, and then you trip off of how they'll dig you right quick because they know your business. They know. So I just made it a thing to not discuss money related things with people at all. Now, I love discussing general things like investing, stocks, retirement. I love that. Budgeting, saving. I love like financial topics. I literally love. I literally love. Okay. But I guess when you express to people like, hey, things getting a little rough for me over here, I'm a little short on cash, I think people assume that that means that you are poor in the mind when it comes to money. I've been in the stock since I was in high school. Okay. Yeah. But it's just simply proof that life happens, things happen, and I don't discuss money with people. I don't discuss money with people, period. Okay. period. We can discuss, well, like you want to discuss CNBC and what the topic was on there today. We can get off on that. Want to talk about crypto? Want to talk about whatever? We could talk about it. But far as personal, I don't even like people talking to me about their personal financial situation, good, bad, or indifferent. I don't like it because, like I said, I'm telling y'all, 2025, my mouth was closed for the most part and my eyes was open, and I peeped a lot of stuff from people. I peeped a lot. And so this is the reason why I came to the conclusion I don't want to discuss my personal finances nor your personal finances. I don't want to discuss that with nobody. I don't want to discuss that. I don't want to discuss that. I don't want to discuss that. The only thing that I would like to do, that I talked to God about this week, is I would like to be in a position where when people that I care about strongly express having an issue, I don't want us to have these little punk ass issues. Okay. I want to be able to say, hold on, I got you. How much is it? I got you. I want to be able to do that on a very limited level. Okay. I would like to do that. So I've asked and I believe that I will receive. Okay. Because I think I've grown weary of seeing people that I love and care about struggle. I think I've grown weary. And so I would just love to be the person that's got a little stack available that can be like, don't worry about it. Go get your car fixed. Don't worry about it. Go pay your electric bill. Don't worry about it. Here's your rent. Don't worry about it. But then at the same time, let's use the Glorilla method. So what's your solution going forward? You got that going forward? You got that? But if it's just a moment in time issue, and I know I'm talking to somebody that works hard to pay their bills and take care of themselves and do all the things, but life is still crushing as it's having a tendency to do right now, I want to be able to do that. I want to be able to do that. Like, what a blessing that would be to be able to do that. There we have that. So moving along, how's everybody doing? How are the 6 people doing that are in here? I'm loving the 6 people and the 8 likes. I'm really, really, really loving that. I'm loving that for us today. Okay. I am Bridget B. This is our Saturday morning live where we do midlife talk, current event talk, whatever it is that we want to talk about. But I always try to make sure that the things that we talk about is beneficial to us in this stage of life. So, and since we can never stop learning, we can almost talk about anything really, but while we at it, let's talk about boundaries. I feel like I just had a whole conversation about boundaries. This was a viewer suggested topic, and I love the topics that she suggests for the lives because they are always so on point. So the viewer topic that was provided was about boundaries at this stage of life. How do you handle it? How do you establish them? My issue is maintaining them. Okay. My issue with boundaries is actually maintaining them before and making sure that I bring everything back into alignment before I crash out. Okay. That's my boundary issue. That's the boundary issue that I have. We talk about healing over here a lot. That is something that I always want to talk about because I think that everybody can grow and learn from it. Okay. So, in the process of being in a healing journey, which I'm in for life at this point, let's be real. I say maybe 2 years ago, I wanted to run back. I was like, I'm going to run back. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all this. I'm going to run back because this is hard and I don't want to keep facing situations and having to determine how to deal with them and having my mind all boggled up and having to suppress my intrusive thoughts and words. And however, therapy, therapy, therapy is the only thing that brought boundaries into focus for me. Therapy. And so I wanted to say this topic for later, but I'm going to give a quick blurb on it. If you are in a healing journey, would like to enter a healing journey, if you have not been to therapy, I'm going to need you to stop. I'm going to need you to I'm gonna need you to pause this whole weekend and go ahead and look into how you can at least begin therapy. For some people, they have to find a person that's right for them. For me, I was blessed the very first time I got that one. And baby, when she went over boundaries with me, this is how she was talking to me. Yeah. Get them boundaries together. And I don't want to hear a motherfucking thing else. Okay. Because you steadily keep on playing yourself short. You steadily keep playing. When are you going to really, 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 really look after you? I mean, she was y'all. I was staring into I did virtual. So I'm staring into the Zoom like, okay, but that's where boundaries actually became a subject for me. And so I did start the process of like basically how I determine my boundaries is what agitates me, like what makes me feel irritated and agitated, and where I start feeling like I'm gonna start tumbling. And that's how I identified my boundaries. Like, yeah, when you tired, that's when it's time to say no. When you ready for a break, that's when it's just simply time to say no. Boundaries are so wide open, and boundaries are so much of fucking everything. Okay, boundaries are the whole kit and caboodle, if you ask me. So establishing them, it was a little work. I had to like think, okay, I don't know, I'm being forced to do something I don't want to do, or I'm being forced to do something at a time that's not good for me, or I don't feel like doing this, or I don't like when this person does that, or I had to go through that whole process and still do, let's be real. But what I find for me is the maintenance of the boundaries, and I'll have to like take time and get everything back together. Like, hold on, let's hold on. Okay, hold on. Let's stop for a minute because I think I done lost sight of everything, and I'll have to like readjust. And I give myself like a C minus on that. I'm working on it, but it's another one of them hard things in life. It's just another one of those hard things. I ain't got it ain't no comments in here. Where is everybody at? Where is everybody from? What is everybody doing? What is it that you're interested in hearing about in this live? If you saw the community post of the topic list, or you know what I'm saying? Are you subscribed? Like, what's going on? What's going on? One thing I will say is about this channel, about Bridget BTV, is that I am so glad I have found my sweet spot. And not only am I glad that I found my sweet spot, I'm glad that I've been acting on it. Because for a long time, this is something that I thought about. I was like, okay, I think for YouTube, because it's like I never really want to just give YouTube up, but I feel so confused as to like, what are you supposed to be doing? Like, what's going on? So finally, my wheels started turning, and I was like, you know what you need to do? You need to do lives and shorts, period. And that's what I've been doing. And I like it. I like it. It's perfect for me. It's just like perfect. So listening while updating my resume. You know what? I think I'm gonna work on my resume because yeah, I want to get a work from home job that I could work at nighttime, and I kind of want to have it in place before I retire, so that I can soiree into that for a minute while I do some of the things that I need to do. So that's something that's been on my mind, and it's probably because I'm in some kind of TikTok and YouTube algorithm where they showing people working from home with the cute little keyboards and the pink lights and all, and the cute robes and all that. And I'm like, oh, I could do that. I could do that. So yeah, um, yeah. So that's my thing about boundaries. I mean, once you establish them, they do have to be maintained. Kind of like her, kind of like her skin. You know what I'm saying? They have to be maintained. You will lose sight of them in the process of life, especially if life gets busy, especially if you start dealing with big life transitions. Boundaries tend to just they tend to just fall over to the side. They just do. Yeah, I'm gonna find one. I'm gonna find one. I don't know how I'm gonna find one, but I'm gonna find one because one thing I know is that it is one out there. I've followed a couple of people on TikTok that will share information. I actually did an application for one, and baby, I didn't even make it through the assessment, and I was doing good on the assessment. I know I was because I know everything about Microsoft Office, so it's no way that I could. And they just dropped me off just like that. Sent me an email in the middle of the assessment. Thank you for your time. You could go and get off of that assessment, and thank you. We appreciate you, but no, okay. But no. So it's like that out here right now. But clearly, the assignment is to hustle. Okay, clearly the assignment that we are in right now is to hustle, and I'm just trying to find mine. You know what I'm saying? I kind of got this figured out a little bit. Um, yeah, still need other things as well to occur. Okay, need other things as well. Pale. Hey, Brookie! Hey, Brookie! Oh my God, y'all, I'm getting ready to flip. I'm getting ready to flip. Okay, so I'm getting ready to flip. Okay, so listen, follow up on the Pericone MD. This is a follow up that absolutely must occur because remember, Pericone MD is either like my third or fourth favorite skincare brand. And like I stated, Pericone MD is good for correction. Okay. It's good for things that need to happen under the skin that all natural products just might not take care of, but yet and still they have a product line that's gentle enough to where you won't be doing too much like chemically crazy stuff. Okay. So remember in the last live, I told you this was the next thing that I was going to try. Hopefully I can get this to show up. So just in case it's blurry, this is the Pericone MD. Do they say revitalizing moisturizer? It has a SPF 25, a SPF 25. So what I did remember about Pericone MD and anything that has SPF, because I tried another Pericone MD product a couple of years ago. There was a moisturizer with the SPF. Okay. It will leave your face looking greenish, sometimes purplish. It needs a little time to soak in. I don't appreciate my face looking like that if I'm going to be inside. But what I do remember is using a Pericone MD with the SPF in the summertime, even though it's still going to have your face looking like off colored a little bit. When you come back in from the sun, you're gonna be looking good. Okay, it's gonna be looking good because it had the protection, but you still got those sun rays and you got that little tanning in, and it just is a really good look. But far as using this on a daily basis, let me get the box. Do I even have the box, y'all? Because it'll be easier to see with the box. And I'm knocking stuff. I done knocked stuff all over. This is it right here. But as far as, and I love that it has the neuropeptides and everything, but as far as using that on a daily basis, that's going to be a no for me because I don't need to be at home all day working and my face is green. It's just no, it's no, I don't even want to look at that. But if I know I'm going out in the sun, like to me, this might be a good vacay product. This is a good vacay product. Take this with you on them sunny vacations, but not on the everyday. But what I did, yes, and that Pericone MD helped me to discover that I do not like SPFs in my moisturizer unless I am going to be out in the sun for the day, outside for the day. So I used it this morning. I used it this morning because I got errands to run today. So I did use it this morning. But what did come back to me in the process, because remember I said when I try this product, I'm going to use all of my Pericone MD things. So I already had this brightening serum. And I don't know why nothing is really wanting to focus. I had this brightening serum And I received this as a promo as well. And so I went back to using this, and ooh la la. I was like, she looking kind of glowy and bright and everything. Let me show y'all what it looked like. She looking kind of glowy and bright. Uh-huh, she is. So I was happy about, good morning, V. I was happy about going back to this serum because I have so many serums that I'm caught up in serum land right now. So yeah, this was good. I'm finishing out the week with Pericone MD, y'all. And then on Sunday, y'all, I need to start this. Y'all, I don't know why it's not. Let's try this. Let's try this. So this is a Cora Organics, and this is, I believe, some kind of retinol serum. Daughter, you don't. You would never have to buy one. I'm gonna put it to you like that. You would never have to buy one. I got you. I got you. Okay. So I got to start trying this. Let me put my glasses on so I can see. Because one thing I want to say to all of the beauty brands of the world, and especially if you at all market yourself towards the midlife crowd, I want to say something to y'all. The writing needs to be bigger. Okay. The writing needs to be just a little bit bigger. Just take us into consideration. I know that you have to consider packaging and packaging cost, and you go through all of this trouble to create the fonts and things like that. Consider us, because literally most of the skincare that I have, I cannot see what it says. Okay. But nevertheless, this is Korean skincare. This is Cora Organics. They sell this at Ulta. This is the plant stem cell retinol alternative serum. So why it would be called alternative, I don't know. But what it is supposed to accomplish is making your skin firm and smooth. Okay. Firm and smooth. So I'm into serums these days. I used to kind of like back away from serums because I thought that my skin was the ish and that I didn't need a serum. I'm still kind of like that with skincare. I just don't like using a lot of stuff if it's not needed. I think sometimes we could do our skin a disservice by just piling all this stuff on it. Keep it clean, keep it toned, and keep it moisturized, baby. That's really all that is necessary. So this will be my next. It is just not going to want to show up. It's not going to want to show up. So this is my next thing that I will be trying on the skincare front. I didn't even want to get on the live because of this. Well, I mean, I wanted to get on the live, but because of this, I was like, I hope by the time I get on the live, I'm not looking green no more. Okay. So there we have it on that. I called the cops because it should be illegal to be this beautiful. Oh man, oh man. Okay, so in addition to skincare, which has always been somewhat of a focus for me, it's just that I've been pumping it up by adding in serums and trying supplements and stuff like that. But I have been on a healthy hair journey because I literally allowed too much time to go by not taking care of my hair properly. So yeah, at the beginning of 2026, I was like, yeah, I had kind of started it before 2026, but fledgling. Yeah, I did start it before 2026, but when 2026 came, I was like, let's get more serious about this issue because for one, menopause dried the out of my hair. My hair has gotten drier and drier. My hair was already dry. I already had dry hair, okay? And it was getting drier and drier. It has been getting more and more parched and crunchy, okay? And I wasn't doing anything about it. I wasn't doing a thing about it. I was just existing and, a little co-wash here and there, run a little oil through it. And I was like, well, clearly, heifer, your hair is not you're going to have to do a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to do just a little bit more in order to bring it back to where it needs to be. So Unexpectedly, very, very unexpectedly, this is the shampoo and conditioner that I use. I might have showed this already. I use the Herbal Essence Honey shampoo, and then I also use the Herbal Essence Honey conditioner. All right. So that's my shampoo and my conditioner. All right. Recently, I was at Marshall's and I found this Fenty deep conditioner. So since I knew that I was trying to be on a healthy hair journey, I went on ahead and picked it up, child. I went on ahead and picked it up because I really didn't have a deep conditioner. So this is Fenty Hair, the richer one, moisture repair deep conditioner. I love the way it smells. It smells really, really good, like really, really good. And I use that with my heat cap. My auntie bought me one of them heat caps that you plug in, and so I use that. And then I use this hair oil by my cousin's line, So Soft. This is herbal infused hair oil. Hopefully, I don't know why my lighting must be. Hold on, y'all. It's like it's too close to the thing, but here we go. Uh, not working, not working, not working. But anyway, I use this, and I will say, and let me explain something to y'all. Here's the thing: I get a lot of free products, but I'm just getting free products. So I'm not obligated to say one thing or another. I'm obligated to say what it is that I want to say. And second of all, I would never tell you something about a product if I didn't believe in it. Just like I was honest about this, I'm not going outside, at noon on a Saturday. Or I mean, well, I would go outside with it, but because to protect my skin. But I'm not going to be looking green. Period. Okay, so even if I'm in a rush and I don't get a chance, I'm not putting that on and running outside 5 minutes later and looking green or purple. I'm telling you the truth. Okay, but if you want to protect your skin, if you're gonna be out in the sun, if you're going on a vacation, if you don't want them fine lines to increase real fast, the SPF, we just got to look green. But just because this is my cousin's does not mean that I'm just going to tell you it's great. But what I am going to tell you, because I've been using this on a very regular basis, because I'm on a healthy hair journey and I'm trying to keep my hair moisturized. I'm trying to keep my scalp healthy. It's like my whole the stuff is out of order. Okay. This has been keeping my hair nice, and it's been keeping it from drying out. Even if I haven't addressed my hair in a day or so, I've been noticing that. And I know because this is what I would have used. This is what I would have used. So yeah, this is the herbal infused hair oil by So Soft. Um, yeah, and so that's, do I have anything? Oh, and then I got one new thing. So a new product that I'm getting ready to inject into my healthy hair routine, which it's been several, but I decided not to even bring that all into the picture. Let's talk about what's getting ready to happen now. So what's getting ready to happen now is what I just showed you. Plus I got this Matrix Food for Soft. And then let me get my glasses, because again, the beauty people makes the writing small on everything. On everything. I'll be starting to wonder, do y'all really care about us like that? And this is a multi-use hair oil serum. I did read the instructions, and it says that you put it on wet hair, like after you shampoo and condition. And that's perfect, because what I've been doing is twisting my hair up, and I would love to have something like this. I would love to have something like this, like sitting within the hair strands after I do that, while I'm doing that twist or whatever. So, yeah, it's just got the little droplets. Let's check it out. Let me smell it. It smells really good. And I did read that in the reviews. I read that it actually smells really, really good. Really, really good. I think, oh, hey, friend. Yo Gotti is in here. Um, Yeah, so that's what all has been going on. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. The main thing of the main thing, y'all. You take these glasses back off. is that I colored my hair the other day because my hair, I had not colored my hair in months on months. Okay. And I received some hair color to try. Okay. So I was like, yeah, you got to color your hair, right? Because you received the hair color. So you got to color your hair, right? So what I did, because I have been wanting to play around with color, but again, not loving the condition of my hair, not loving the dryness, not loving the fact that I haven't been taking care of it the way that I should. So that's another reason why I wasn't putting hair color on my hair, because hair color dries the out of your hair. Okay. It just does. And the only reason I feel comfortable doing it now is because I'm natural. When I was relaxed, I would not put permanent hair color on my hair. Tried it, hair walked up off my head. Okay. So what I did, because I got two different ones that I have to try. So what I did first, wait a minute, y'all. So as you can see, there's no more gray. I'm brown. The gray is gone. Okay. It is gone. So first I had to try this one, which is L'Oreal Excellence. Okay. And this is in dark brown. One thing I will say is that I have done a lot of dark brown hair colors, and when you get done, it didn't get all the gray. Well, this says that this is 100% resistant gray coverage, and it literally got all the gray. And I applied it weird because I'm used to my hair being so short that I could just literally take hair color and just be like do 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 do. But my hair is longer. It's longer. My hair is longer. So yeah, the hair color process is a little different, so I was feeling kind of weird about how I was putting the hair color on there. Honestly, I wasn't even feeling secure about it. I wasn't, but it colored every gray hair in my head. I do miss Shea Moisture hair color. That used to be my number one stunner hair color, and I miss it. When I buy my own hair color, I get Dark and Lovely. But I received this to try, so that's what I tried. So now let me tell you about the quandary that I'm in, because I also accepted another hair color, Schwarzkopf, and this is in the color Ruby Noir. Okay. This one is actually due before that one. But in order to get the color right, I needed to put that dark brown on first and then put this on. Because if I would have put this red on top of the gray, it was probably going to be like pink. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I needed to get it all brown first. So I'm going to put this on this weekend. And then I'm going to get my hair super moisturized and back twisted up so that I can reach the scalp, so that I can easily moisturize every day and get my head back covered up. That's why it's wintertime. So that's why y'all see me with the beanies on, because under that beanie, I got on some kind of protective satin or whatever, and my hair is moisturized under, and I'm just letting it cook. You know what I'm saying? I'm just letting it cook. In the summertime, you got the humidity and stuff in St. Louis, so you don't have to worry about that as much. But since I can do it, in the morning, and at night, I'm moisturized, covering her beanie, baby. Okay, beanie. I got to do everything that I can because my hair is so dry. Okay, it's super dry, y'all. It's super dry. It's super, super dry. Very, very dry. So what's going on in y'all beauty routines? Anything new or exciting? Anything that you find that works? Like, what's going on? Because y'all are quiet today. Well, before we get off of here, let's share a little bit. Look, I just shared all the products, baby. I just shared all the products. And I really was feeling weird about that this morning, because I was like, I just don't want to always be showing products. But as long as it's in the process of a topic that's going to help everyone, then I'm okay with it. Okay. So at least y'all know what's going to be going on with me next week. Plant stem cell serum, Korean skincare, and matrix hair serum. This is what'll be going on with me in the new week coming up. Anybody, anything, anybody, anything? I love the 10 likes. I love that. I love that for us in this live. I love that. I love that. If you are new here, this is Bridget B TV. I am Bridget B, where we focus on midlife topics, things that affect us. Baby, let me tell you the one thing I didn't talk about that I meant to talk about. I'm sorry, y'all. I just had to cut because did I even put that on my list? I even left it off the list. That might need to be a whole nother conversation. The young ho movement. I really wanted to discuss that, but that might need to be a whole nother conversation for real. What everybody doing tonight? What everybody doing tonight? Because I feel like it needs its own conversation because I have a lot of things to say. I'm 56. Okay, so I done been through my 20s, I've been through my 30s, I've been through my 40s, and I'm making my way through my 50s. And I just simply would like to impart some advice and some information to the young ho movement, as well as encouragement to the young ho movement. Um, the young ho, okay. Give me a pink heart in the comments if you have heard of the young ho movement. If you have heard of the young ho movement, give me a pink heart in the comments. Because I'm there for it on many, many accords. I'm there for it and I'm there for the things that they are saying. I'm there for it. But it's some stuff that I'm like, don't get ahead of yourself, baby girl. Okay. You're new to this. You just at the beginning. Okay. And listening can be very, very rewarding. So I was going to do a whole spiel about the young ho movement, but I feel like I'm going to have too much to say and we have 52 minutes and 35 seconds in running that might need to be its own separate situation. Okay. I don't know. It could be a short, it could be an upload, it could be another live. I don't know. What y'all think? What do y'all think? She say it. V said, say, V said, oh, are you saying like say it, like yeah, or say it? Like, say it now. Which one are you talking about? Y'all don't forget. Look, I just, all I do is try to share information. V's authenticity, baby. If you ever need to get something calming up on your television, on your phone, on your tablet, on your laptop, whatever it is that you need to go to V's authenticity because she has the beautiful videos with the water flowing and the flowers and the sound and the colors. You need to be there. Okay. Put it on your TV in the morning while you're getting ready and you're making your coffee. And you know what I'm saying? These are, listen, we're living in tough times. All right. We are living in tough times. And the reason that I keep going on this channel is because I'm trying to create a community where we support each other in the things that involve us. Okay. And that includes anybody that would like to join in. I think that I have definitely, okay. And it took my daughter putting me in the bed one day and putting the calming stuff on the TV, like, mama, do not let these people and this stuff stress you out, to my sister sharing stuff with me, to therapy, to, you know what I'm saying? And it is so beneficial to just intently have a calming moment in life. It is. So I told y'all I put a fireplace on the TV like the other weekend, and I literally just laid there for hours staring at the TV. Like, I had stuff I was intending to watch. I was getting my playlist together. And I ended up just laying there. Well, that's what V's content does. That's what it does. So if you ever need that type of moment, this is what I'm envisioning for me. Me trying a new recipe and me putting V up on my TV, getting my TV turned around where it faces my kitchen and just enjoying the moment, or while I'm cooking breakfast or something like that. Something like that. But she has that type of content, and it's so important to me, stuff like that in my healing, that I keep on sharing this about her channel. I keep on sharing it. So we're gonna continue the young ho movement conversation probably in next Saturday's live, but I'm gonna say this real quick because I think important things need to be said today. Okay, because it's important. It has to do with your safety. It has to do with your life. First of all, I'm not getting ready to be in no debate with nobody younger than me about me and my age. Okay. I'm just not, baby. I've already experienced them. It's already been an experience that was had. Okay. If that is working for you right now, then let it work for you. We don't even have to talk about it. And honestly, I don't think it's a good idea to talk about if you got something real good going for you. You know what I'm saying? Something real good. But here's what I think when I think, because again, I'm not going to debate with a younger woman about older men. I'm just not. Like, I'm just not. But here's something to consider. Here's something to consider. It's a vibe for sure. Okay, it's a vibe, and I'm into the vibes. I just am. It's why not? Why would you not want to have a vibe? Like, why would you not? But here's the thing that as I started seeing these debates on TikTok, and like I said, a lot of the young host stuff, I'd be like, yes, 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 nieces, yes, yes, nieces and daughters, do that, do that. But some of the stuff, I'm like, I remember when I was a somewhat younger woman working with older women in the workplace, and you know how they like to give out unsolicited advice. But one thing that I heard that has stuck with me to this day, that I heard an older woman say to me during my career. She didn't just say it to me, she said it to a group. Okay. Don't waste your pretty. Don't waste your pretty. Do not waste your pretty. Okay. And what I feel, just having observed life over the past 56 years, is this phenomenon of older men, which it has happened forever, but for some reason everybody want to talk about it now. Older men dating younger women, and younger women, the young hoes, finding it cute to even want to debate with us about older men. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Your pretty or your good years is that when you think about men, okay, I have concluded that older men don't just prefer young women because they young, because honey, I'm young and he wants me, honey, and he wants this. Yes, he does. Older men like young bodies. Okay. Older men like young bodies. Just the body, just the body. Probably the mind too, but older men like to experience young bodies. Okay, they want to experience bodies that's leaning more towards a little girl body. Okay, so that's something that I trip off of, and that I often wonder, like, what's the appeal? Because what is the appeal? What is the appeal? What is the appeal? Y'all, it always was about the 50-50. It's got to be 50-50. The women my age been working since the gods. You know what I'm saying? Working, got benefits, got all of that. So, but now you don't want to go 50-50. You just want to have a young body laying up in your bed. The mind, but not for good. Yes, exactly, exactly. But you want to have a young body laying and flailing up in your bed, getting banged the fuck out. If I was young, I wouldn't want to be done like that by no older man. And you gonna know it's not gonna be hard for you to discern what he really wants with you, because it ain't gonna be too much different than what it's like anyway. And that is the issue of sex being such a prominent topic in relationships, in getting to know someone, in you. It's not going to be hard to tell. It's not going to be hard to tell. So this is why I just give pause to my nieces to, first of all, consider how many times an older man, where all has he ran up in? Where all has he ran up in? What's the body count? And now you want to sit pretty and brag and debate with older women because he running up in you, and that's literally all he's doing, and giving you money. I forgot. And giving you money and paying your bills and all of that. Yeah, I need you to really consider the twistedness that could come with something like that. And also trip off of the fact that your aunties is at home chilling. Is at home chilling. Consider that your aunties is at home chilling. And why we're at home chilling. Some are at home chilling with husbands, they man, and all of that. Beautiful. And some are not, but all are chilling. All are. So just consider all of that. And, y'all just continue on with, your movement and what you're doing. But always remember to put yourself first. Always put your sexual health first. It should be above everything in a relationship. And yeah, we not mad. We not mad, y'all. We are literally not mad. We are literally sitting back keying at the whole thing. And like I said, in some cases applauding. Yes, nieces, yes, go do that. You got this. Because again, we've already experienced these things, and we want you all to win. We want you to win on that job. We want you to get that degree. We want you to win in business. We want you to win at mothering. We want you to win at wifing. But what we don't want is for you to be taken advantage of, used up, and then thrown away. And then if you don't care, cool. If you don't care about these things, cool. Then we done talking. The conversation is over with. It's over. So we have a random in the comments. I don't know. It just always seems to me like it's so many other things that you could be doing. It's so many other things that you could be doing. So many other things. So many other things. But then you would choose to come into the comments and say stupid stuff. Could be a bot, could not be. I don't know. It just seems like such a waste of time. Like literally those characters could be used for solving some kind of big world problem, but y'all prefer to put them in the comments. So anyway, I'm good, baby. I'm forward built. I'm tough. Okay. I'm not made, I'm built. I'm not made, I'm built. So anyway, y'all, before I start talking too much crap, like y'all know that I will, let me get off this live. Who's watching the Super Bowl this weekend and who do we have? I'm just going to go for Cardi B and her man, honey, because I don't know nothing about nothing, okay? I'm a Chiefs fan, so once they fell off, it's kind of like whatever for me. And of course, I'm going to watch Bad Bunny halftime. Always excited about halftime at the Super Bowl, and just go root for Cardi B and her man. Okay. Just go root for Cardi B and her man, honey. Cause I don't know nothing else about the Super Bowl. Okay. Nothing else. I don't even know what team he play on. I'll look it up though. But I'm a root for them and see what's going on with that. And of course, all the stars that are being San Fran for the game and all of that. Gonna check all of that out too. So thank you, friend. Because at 56, who cares? I don't care. I'm going to pass the information to the young ladies and keep it moving. You take it or either you don't. I get it. I used to be you. I used to be a young lady. You know what I'm saying? On my own path, making my own mistakes, effing up, tripping, falling, getting back up, doing it again, realizing stuff wasn't good for me, learning what was good for me, friends dropping off, men dropping off. All of that has happened. All of that has happened. Okay. Okay. I know it's the Patriots and the Seahawks. So who does Cardi B man play for? That's another example. It's no way that this man that had four or five babies in 2025, and one of them was with Cardi B. Why? Help me understand. And sometimes we don't know. Okay, we don't know. But in your heart of hearts, as my Aunt Betty would say, in your heart of hearts, when you're dealing with a hoe. Okay, so a man that has had 4 or 5 babies in the span of a year has ran up in a lot of unprotected cooch. Okay, a lot of it, a lot. 4 or 5 babies. You done ran up in a lot of cooch unprotected. And that also means that he ran up in Cardi B unprotected. It's just too risky for me. But hey, maybe everybody is on prep. I don't know. But it just seems like, to me, and this is just to me, I'd rather not have it at all. I'd rather not have, like yuck. Ugh, yuck. Just when you really, really think about it. So right now, young ho, I want you to roll over if your old man still sleep or whatever, or he might be in the kitchen, making some bacon or something like that. I don't know. I want you to just go stir him. Just go stir him upside the side of his head and them little gray things running. Look at all that shit. Look at the lines under his eyes. Look at all of that. And then I want you to ask yourself, I wonder how many people he done ran up in unprotected. How many kids do he have? I know that it's not possible in today's world. It's not impossible. Don't get me wrong, but I know that it's very rare to find a untouched, being. I get it, but not nobody that's been touched all over. It just makes dating so like unattractive to me these days, because I be like, what, people be doing the most. They be doing the most, and my body means too much to me in this phase of life for you to be doing the most with me. But that's just how I feel. That's just how I feel. So anyway, have a happy Saturday, everybody. Super Bowl tomorrow. Yeah, follow me on Instagram. I told y'all I crash out in the Instagram stories. I post a lot of these reviews and stuff on my feed. And of course, I'm gonna be in the community sharing things with y'all until we get to our next live. Probably definitely upload some shorts next week. And yeah, that's it. We had a good live. I enjoyed it. The likes are good. The number of people in here stayed at a good level. I think probably one of the best so far of all the lives. And my plan is to be here every single Saturday morning. If I can, I'll always let y'all know if I can't. So we can go over things that are about us and that affect us. I wanted to do something meaningful for Black History Month today and take my mom to an exhibit, but I don't know if she's going to be up for that today. So that's what I'm getting ready to find out. And yeah, I hope that everybody has an awesome, awesome Saturday. Mwah. See you guys in community, see you guys in shorts, and see you on next Saturday's live. Bye. Bye.